takes is a call to Bryant. With healthy air options, Bryant can help you eliminate allergens, odors, and harmful chemicals, all while controlling indoor humidity levels at the same time. If it's time for a breath of fresh air inside, it's time to call Bryant. Breathe easy, breathe healthy. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
High schoolers, unleash your creativity and learn about potential careers in broadcasting at the Digital Expressions Media Camp. Have fun, make friends, and get hands-on experience with video and radio production June 9th through the 14th at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Scholarships are available from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and spots are limited. Learn more at digitalexpressionscamp.com. That's digitalexpressionscamp.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies to go along with mild temperatures. See an afternoon high around 68. Tonight, partly cloudy skies expected with an overnight low around 44. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies and more mild temperatures with an afternoon high again around 68. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
I think about all the infrastructure that got built up behind the scenes by Coach Osborne, that Coach Solich took over, and then some of that infrastructure was eroded. Matt Rule still has to prove this, but I think Matt Rule's style is that, yeah, he'd like the infrastructure in place, but I think Matt Rule has the personality to do everything in his power to bend it to the way he wants it.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, maybe I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I am a huge guy.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday and happy Major League Baseball opening day to all who celebrate.
Yeah.
I forgot my jersey. It's it's at my desk.
Go grab it. I can go get it for you. It's not my show.
Okay, go ahead. Go grab the jersey. If you want it, please. Thank you. Jeez. If you would like to see what jerseys we are rocking, you can head over to the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 961. You can also chime into the show, 402-464-5685 on the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line. And this is a show that is probably going to use some of your guys's, well, actually will use all of your guys' thoughts today. It is Major League Baseball opening day, which means it's time we put our knowledge to the test. Whether it's a lot of knowledge or very little knowledge when it comes to picking divisional winners. We're going to go through each Major League Baseball division. Thank you, Austin, very much. That is why we have Austin Orman in our studio to start the show today. We're going to just take up one segment at a time, and we're going to talk Major League Baseball because it is opening day, and it's an exciting day. We will talk spring practice in segment number 2, so stick around for all those that want to hear spring practice reports from the Hawks Championship Center earlier today. Matt Rule spoke a little bit as well.
How did Dylan Raiola look?
That's a big question that we will answer in segment number 2. So once again, 402-464-5685. And with that, we bring in Austin. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Thank you for bringing this.
Of course.
I will
show the people. This is today's
show the folks the jersey.
Today is Jersey Day for opening day. Austin is rocking a Go Big Red Royals jersey. Look at that, everybody on the stream. Head on over to the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream. There you go. Go Big Red 22. It's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo Channel 961.
It's basically, it's for the folks that have the Husker Day when they have it at Kauffman.
Yeah.
Which, sad that Kauffman is going to die in a couple of years.
Rip to Kauffman. Rip to the crown.
Sad or not sad?
I'm sad to see Kauffman go because it's a nice enough stadium. But there's nothing else to do there. And not that I need a lot else to do, but I just love the energy of all the downtown ballparks I've been to. I'm not a tailgater, so just having a parking lot and then a Denny's across the street just doesn't do it for me. I love Power and Light. So getting the walkway from Power and Light over to the stadium,
that's nice.
Sign me the heck up.
That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Although no more directly in center field scoreboard.
That is what I'm most disappointed about.
Crown Vision.
It got grandfathered in, and now it's dead.
The jersey I am rocking today, none other than the Chicago Cubs.
Step over closer to Austin so that people can see you better.
None other than the Chicago Cubs. We got the old retro Ernie Banks jersey with a nice little cub on the sleeve.
It's off white, nice blue.
Yep, little retro. So yeah, that's what we got today.
It's cream. That's
I was the other.
I got to show people my jersey.
I know. I'm going to explain this here for a second.
Okay.
The other jersey I was thinking about rocking today was the Chicago Cubs 2016, technically jersey from 2017 when they won the World Series.
Gold
so
outline,
it's got the gold outline, and it would be the Javier Baez one. However, we were looking up Javier Baez statistics, and he may be the most disciplined or least disciplined player in all of baseball.
And highlights?
No, no.
Yeah, I mean, we were watching highlights
of all of his missed swings.
Yeah, there was a video on YouTube of 142 sliders low and away that Javier Baez swung and missed on. So you can go watch that if you want to.
And then there was the one with the fastballs up by his eyes and the sliders.
Oh,
yes,
that was bad.
It was not a great look.
That's my family. That's familia.
I mean, so here's don't forget
tough.
Javier Baez.
Tough.
He signed that contract. What was it in 2021? No, 2022.
Yeah,
2022. He signed a 6-year, $140 million deal.
Cash.
Yeah,
to strike out.
Not good. He also has a 10. I didn't realize this. Has a 10-team no trade clause.
Ooh, do we know the 10 teams?
Javier Baez. I'm looking that up right now.
Back to the Cubs. Probably one of them.
I would assume so.
Well, Nick's looking that up.
Go ahead.
Everybody
yeah. What jersey are you wearing today?
Rico's got the Yankees jersey because it's necessary. I gotta find which way I gotta step to. Necessary. The old 42.
There you go.
But you also have a 7 on your left arm, so it's jersey number 49.
It's not.
Who are famous Yankees 49s?
I don't know.
I don't know if there is one.
Okay. So I'm finding this about his contract.
Okay.
A limited no trade clause allowing him to block trades to 10 teams each year.
Wow.
So I wonder if I'm not able to get behind the paywall. I don't think. If I am, that'd be great.
One free article, please.
Come on, Detroit Free Press.
Hey, that's what I'm on.
Hey,
Detroit Free Press. They're good. They're fine.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
We like Detroit.
Do we?
So yeah, I mean, it sounds like he can just kind of pick those 10 teams every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which team number 11?
So does he
got
always,
a shot.
Yeah, he always just picks the 10 worst teams.
Probably.
Does he pick Detroit?
10 coldest teams.
Don't trade me back here.
Right.
Javier's not Javier. Detroit's not in a horrible spot this year.
No,
but they have Javi at shortstop.
We'll get to Detroit. How about that? We'll get to Detroit.
Defensive shortstop, defensive wise, Javier. We were looking this up on StatCast.
El Mago.
Yes.
Still remains.
Javier Baez is in the top 7 shortstops in the game right now. Unfortunately, he is in the bottom 4 percentile for hitting.
All hitters.
Yeah, all hitters. There was something that we also looked at
It's
here.
like he'll make a great defensive play, and sometimes he'll hit a home run, but most of the time he's striking out.
Out of here's this also. He had the let's see, bottom 3% in the league in walks. Javier Baez was.
I'm surprised that's not lower.
He walked 4% of the time. 4% of his at-bats he walked.
He just wants to hit everything.
He does. He does. He doesn't want to hit everything. He wants to swing at everything.
Well, yeah.
There's a difference. We
you
talked
can't
about
even
that.
say that it's like, oh, if it's far out of the zone, he might not swing at it and get it. No, he's going to swing at it.
There's so many videos of pitchers just tripling up on a slider low and away, and it's not even close. And it doesn't even have that much movement. And he still swings and he pulls his head, and it's the same swing, identical. And Austin and I were talking like, we don't know if he ever watches film.
Like, does he just not watch, or does he not care?
Yeah.
What is it?
I think he just has immense confidence in himself that he can.
Well,
get
he
to
probably
wherever,
shouldn't
to
at this
get to
point.
But in that same video, he was hitting the eye level. Most of them were just popping out, but he's making contact with the eye level, making contact with the bouncing pitches, throwing his bat at a ball and making contact. You got to hit
Javi Baez has J.R. Smith's confidence in Andre Roberson's offensive profile.
There you go. That's exactly what it is.
There we go.
So Javier Baez has he's entering his 10th year this season, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Wow.
He's 31 years old now. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons where out of all the pitches he sees, has only hit the barrel less than 6% of the time.
Oh, so he's only hitting 6% of the time, 40% of the time.
So in 2016, he hit 5% barrels.
6 to 9% is average. 15% is
okay.
elite.
So
Okay,
he's right there.
So he's just under it.
Fringe average.
Just below average.
No, very below average. Over
right at the bottom end of
consistently.
average.
He is consistently behind.
40% of the time, he's just below average.
He had 3 really
So
good
60%
seasons.
of the time it works every time. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to get at.
So I don't know. It is kind of. I mean, like Javier was cool because he helped bring the Chicago Cubs a World Series championship.
Yeah, and then you dog on him. He helped your team.
He struck
dogging on him.
He strikes out 48% of the time.
I would never dog on former Yankees.
Well, I'm not necessarily trying to dog on him, but
except for Greg Bird.
Here's the thing:
I like Greg Bird. That's a lie.
You're able to manufacture a contract 6 years, $140 million. And then you see yesterday Will Smith get 10 years, $140 million with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Every team in baseball could have done that.
Every single team.
Everyone.
It's an organization friendly type of deal.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to go to any other team. He wants to go to the Dodgers and be with.
You can pay. I would have paid him $22 million a year.
He doesn't go.
And he would go to a bad team.
See, that is a really interesting study that needs to be done in Major League Baseball. Like, what is the bad team tax?
Yeah.
The example that Royals fans go back to,
ask the Athletics.
Gil Mesh. There's an entry, guys.
Yep.
So he was pretty good, pretty solid guy. Most teams were offering him 4 years and $40 million.
Mm-hmm.
The Royals ended up having to give him 5 years and $55 million.
A little bit longer of a
one more
commitment.
year and another $1 million per year to get him to sign. And that's at the time, he was a really solid 2, stretched as a 1, probably an elite 3, who was the ace of that staff. So that's kind of the baseline I operate for pitchers. For position players, I have no idea what the bad team tax is.
I would be fascinated to see. And I don't know how you necessarily. I mean, you would have to just follow it every offseason.
Yeah, that's tough.
And it would be a study that would take, I mean, we're talking probably 3 years to truly get a grasp on what it accurately is.
Somebody's definitely been working on that.
I mean, I don't know. It's also how public can you get offers to be? How public can you find offers, right? Because like Shohei, for example, like the Dodgers didn't have to pay a bad team tax. Like the Cubs were going to probably have to pay a bad team tax in comparison to the Dodgers. Right.
Yeah. Maybe.
In comparison to the Dodgers. I mean, but
let's just take a look
nobody's
at the
taking
A's
700
free agents that they signed. They signed 4 free agents. Alex Wood, 33 years old, took 1 year, $8.5 million.
Okay, yeah, Alex, yeah,
doesn't seem worth it. JD Davis is going to be 31 this year. Took a year, $2.5 million. Scott Alexander, journeyman pitcher, 1 year, $2.5 million, and someone named Trevor Gott.
Oh, you know
1
Trevor?
year, $1.5 million.
Here's the deal. I mean, the Athletics, man, just nobody.
That's a beyond
nobody
team tax. Like that's.
I mean, you're paying 8.5 for Alex Wood.
Let's try
when
Colorado.
they move to Vegas.
Let's try the Rockies.
When they move to Vegas, are they going to be more
Rockies
attractive?
are a good idea.
Okay, the Rockies signed Brent Suter for 1 year, $3 million. Jacob Stallings, 1 year, $2 million. Chris Flexen, 1 year, $1.75 million. And Dakota Hudson,
Dakota Hudson, former Cardinals pitcher.
Yep.
So what we want to do this first segment for sure, and 402-464-5685, you can chime in with your predictions throughout the course of the segment. We're going to pick divisional winners. I'm going to keep them on my note sheet. We can't change them. We'll revisit this conversation throughout the season and see where we're doing, where we're at and how we're doing prediction wise. We will also look at some over-under win totals this year.
I love those.
And pick a couple. And so once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line are open for you. We can start here. Let's start in the NL West. The National League West, as we know, features the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, the Padres, the Giants, and the Rockies. Giants just picked up Blake Snell a couple of days ago. The Padres are, I'm not sure. I'll be interested to see at the deadline. The Padres will be a team where, because I don't know where they'll be, if they'll be sellers or buyers at the deadline, just because they don't have Juan Soto anymore. That didn't necessarily work out. Fernando Tatis is back. You still have Manny Machado in San Diego.
Don't have Blake
Snell. You don't have Blake Snell, but you still have Yu Darvish. And so I'm curious to see kind of where the Padres are come deadline time. The Diamondbacks are really fascinating, right? Because you have a couple of really good young players there. You have Gabriel Moreno, who's expected to kind of take a step forward behind the dish. Zach Gallen, who's going to be a Cy Young conversation type of guy. And then Corbin Carroll, who's one of the better younger players in all of baseball.
Also got a steal of a deal, the Diamondbacks.
Yes. And the only issue with all that is, guess what? You have a team that's expected to win 100-plus games this year in the Dodgers, who spent an unearthly amount of money on not only Shohei Ohtani, but also Yamamoto.
If Los Angeles doesn't win this division, something went terribly wrong. I'm really curious to see if the Padres improve their record in close games. That's why they were so bad last year.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they won an extra innings game. Maybe they won 1 or 2 of them. And I think they were at like a 15% winning percentage in 1 or 2 run ball games.
Yeah.
It was atrociously terrible. It's not like they didn't have a good bullpen necessarily. Like Hader was there. So some of their struggles are just kind of what's going on?
And they've bought at the deadline.
Yeah.
They've spent money and they've tried to extend guys at the deadline. Former Husker Matt Waldron expected to be a big piece of the Padres going forward this season. So that's something for Husker fans if you're looking for maybe just an eye or a name to keep an eye on or a team to watch. There you go.
I'm not necessarily buying Arizona.
Okay.
I think they got a little lucky last year. I think they'll take a step back this year and then be good again next year.
Yeah.
So my gut tells me it's Dodgers, Padres, Giants, Diamondbacks, Rockies.
The Giants are interesting just because they did go out and get Blake Snell. If I remember correctly, did they get Matt Chapman too? Is that the team that got Matt Chapman?
That sounds right.
I believe that the Giants did there.
They got Jung-Hoo Lee, the Korean guy, Blake Snell, Matt Chapman, Jordan Hicks, who they're turning into a starter,
former Cubs pitcher,
Jorge Soler, Sean Manaea, Jock Peterson, Alex Wood.
Okay, so not
just kidding. I'm talking
bad,
myself into the Giants. They'll finish second.
Not bad pieces. And with the addition of Blake Snell, that's a big part for me.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me because they spent quite a bit of money for him. I think 27 or 25 million.
31 a year.
31 a year.
2 years, 62
That's right.
mil.
So Blake Snell was the second richest contract this offseason.
Took him a long
behind Shohei, and Shohei was at 70 a year. where Blake Snell less than half and he was second. So nobody came within half of what Shohei got this year. Or Shohei's interpreter, if you will.
His interpreter only got $5 million.
That's right. That's right. Sorry. How can I discredit that?
How dare you?
All right. So are we all going Dodgers?
Yeah, I think we're all going Dodgers. I was going to take the Giants second, and then you took, but I did take Giants second as well. It's really hard to pick against the Dodgers with everything they've done.
It is.
And the way their
sickening.
roster's been constructed for the last few years, and then adding Shohei, even if he's not going to pitch, just the fact that he's as good as he is regardless, it's going to be tough to pick against the Dodgers. Unless, like you said, something goes horribly wrong and they're, dropping like flies left and right.
Watching out for the rotation with the Dodgers. That's my question.
I'm curious to see like how much they re-signed Kershaw. I'm curious to see if like this is his last year.
How much does he have left?
He's got he's 36 years old. He's getting paid, I believe, or excuse me, Kershaw. 36 years old. He's getting paid $15 million this year.
He's ancient.
It just hasn't had the electric stuff that he's had in the past.
No.
So I'd be interested, but I also don't know if he's a guy like they'll have like a farewell run with it. They bring back one. I think so too, but there hasn't been any conversations like that.
Does he have to let everybody know like this is my last go around, or are people just going to do it regardless?
I don't know. I mean, you don't want to take a guess there. They also, so the Dodgers had 100 wins last year, by the way. They signed an older guy in Jason Hayward at 34 years old, but then they bring like Kike Hernandez back. They obviously still have Joe Kelly. They got Jake Marisnick from the Houston Astros.
That's right.
Jake Marisnick's with the Dodgers. You have Teoscar Hernandez is with the Dodgers. Like there was some underrated signings. Just because everything got clouded with the Yamamoto deal at $21 million a year, I believe, and then Shohei obviously at 70, where it got deferred. So they still have like arms like Julio Urias, and they still have Will Smith behind the dish.
Is he actually there? Is he still on the probationary?
He may be on the probationary watch list. That's right. Still got Mookie. Mookie's at second base now, right? Short.
Yeah,
that's right.
Mookie Lux is at second.
That's right. Gavin Lux is at second. So like you have Mookie Betts in the infield. That's going to be something to get used to for baseball fans. Okay. Moving on. NL East. The Nats, the Marlins, the Braves, the Mets, and the Phillies. Couple interesting offseason acquisitions there from a few teams. The Mets seem to feel like they've moved on from the big spending. It's time to rebuild. Where are we going here?
The Mets still have the highest payroll in baseball.
They do.
So that's just kind of wild to think about. Followed by the Yankees.
Yes.
Leave us alone.
$8 million difference between those two. Anyways, Atlanta's a machine.
Yes.
I think they are the most complete team in the majors, 1 through 26, maybe even 1 through 40. So I definitely go with the Braves there. I don't know if I trust Philly as much in the regular season. I think that they feel kind of Milwaukee Bucks-ish.
Okay.
To me, where they will be solid enough in the regular season. And then I think they have another gear in the postseason. But those are really the only two teams I'm curious about in that division.
The Miami Marlins are one that's interesting for me just because they have some exciting names. They have obviously Jazz Chisholm. But then I also, they have a couple of interesting pitchers with Sandy Alcantara and then Jesus Luzardo that I think could provide a nice little 1-2 punch for a team like Miami.
I feel like they're the reverse Padres though, because they were so good in one-run games.
Might sneak into like a wild card spot,
maybe.
Just because I look elsewhere in the NL, right? And it's like the NL Central doesn't have two really good teams to make the playoffs.
No.
The NL West will have one of those wild card spots.
Yeah.
That's where I leave the East, and is it Phillies or Marlins?
Well, it'd be Mets or Marlins because there's three.
That's right, Mets and yes, that's right. Yeah. So it'd be Mets or Marlins, and I certainly don't trust the Mets.
Now, is this Cincinnati's year for a wild card run? Or are they too far away?
We'll get to that because that's interesting.
Hold on, okay?
No. I'm saying we'll get to that here in a second because I have some thoughts on Cincinnati as well. Who are we taking the East? You're taking the Braves. I'm taking Braves.
It's Braves.
Okay, that's easy. All right, let's see if we can get some diversity here. The national
sitting there.
The National League Central.
Okay.
The National League Central. The Cardinals, Brewers, Cubs, Pirates, Reds. Can we all agree that the Brewers are going to be the worst team in the division?
No.
Your Pirates.
Not in on the Cardinals.
Not okay, because the Cardinals are picked to win.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
They're too old. I don't trust their pitching.
Wow.
They'll Cardinals devil magic their way into third place.
We have a lot of Cardinals fans listening.
We do. Be careful now.
Man,
They get after
the Pirates
Nick every
are
time.
so not good, but they also have a little bit of direction.
They do.
I think that it's going to be a fight between those two teams to stay out of the cellar.
Who's
Okay.
better, Albert Pujols or Mike Trout?
Well,
Mike Trout's a better
Mike
all-around
Trout's
player.
much
Albert
better.
Pujols has had the better career stats.
there you go. Wow, Mississippi Mud Dog might like you. That's
No,
something-
he's never going to like me, but
That's Mississippi Mud Dog's whole thing.
That is it. Okay, so you look at like the Pirates. Now I will say they've made long-term commitments to some guys too, right? So O'Neal Cruz is obviously going to be there for a couple of years. Dang it, I just got it on my page.
Nick is so excited for O'Neal Cruz.
I'm thrilled that O'Neal Cruz is back.
You guys should have seen Nick's face when O'Neal got injured.
He got injured in the first series last year, out for the year.
a bad injury.
One of the more exciting young shortstops, or just middle infielders in the game. Even though it's an interdivision kind of player.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that O'Neal Cruz is back. Key Brian Hayes is really fun to watch as well. I think
Paul Skeens is coming.
Paul Skeens is coming. Henry Davis is going to be involved with the Pirates. So I think the Pirates might sneak up on a couple of people. I don't think they are a playoff team by any means. Let's
Mitch
talk about
Keller's pretty solid. Brian Reynolds is still there.
Yeah, Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds.
I didn't hear the B. I was like, wait a minute.
Let's talk about with the Reds here, because you have a guy, Ellie De La Cruz, who's exciting, who's flashy, who can do it all, runs really well. The Reds were a team last year that I think stylistically set up for postseason play. And the reason I say that is because they do everything well. They do. They can hit home runs, sure, but they run the bases so well,
and not just stealing.
And that's such an underrated piece of even Major League Baseball, because that's why like the Brewers were good at times, and that's why the Reds are a sneaky team to watch coming up this year. And frankly, that's a spot where like the Cubs struggled. For as a fan of the Cubs, that's where they struggled at times last year. That can be, if you're able to get an extra 90 feet, then that's such an added advantage. So I see the Reds as an interesting team. I think they finish second in this division. So I'm not taking the Reds, though, unfortunately.
I think they need one more piece in the outfield.
Okay.
If they get an outfielder, I feel much better about them. Love their infield across the way. Got some interesting pitchers. They got Frankie Montas, of all people, which I did not see coming at the start of the offseason. But I think that you pair him with Hunter Green, who I love watching. Hunter Green is just electric. I don't know if it's their year, but I think that's my team that's going to pop up on some people.
Okay. Who are we taking to win the division?
I'm going to take Cincinnati. I think that another year of the youth to get acclimated, and Ellie De La Cruz to be able to talk with his teammates more, because Ellie can speak English now. That's what she's telling everybody. I think the Reds will get it done.
Austin?
Yeah, I'm just going to let you talk about it. I'm with you.
The Cubs? I agree. Cubs made some big signings.
I knew you were
this year.
both going to pick the Cubs. That's why I had to go different.
But here's the thing, and I'll try to say this from an unbiased standpoint. You have a really good middle infield with Dansby and Nico Horner. Christopher Morel is going to make the move from outfield to third base at times. So he's going to play some. So that'll be kind of a replacement for like Heimer Candelario, who they got at the deadline, who played a big part of their postseason push. Obviously, we talked about Dansby Swanson. Pitcher rotation got boosted a little bit this year as well. Justin Steele is a Cy Young Award type of starter. He's the opening day starter. He's kind of dethroned Kyle Hendricks as the guy on that roster, which is a good thing.
Does that make you sad?
Which is a good thing. And then the outfield, right? Not Nebraska. The Cubs were able to get Cody Bellinger back. Pete Crow Armstrong. We know how we feel about PCA. We feel about PCA. You want to talk about return for Javier Baez as we make a full circle moment here. PCA was the return from the Mets in the Javier Baez trade, and finally he's come up to the majors. Got to see him play at Warner a couple of times last year. He was excited. He was exciting, and so I think the Cubs. Not to mention through all of that, guess what? They basically swiped one of the best managers in baseball. paid him a lot of money, $8 million a year for the next 5 years to get Craig Counsell away from Milwaukee. And so the Cubs took one of the in-division managers, Craig Counsell, away from Milwaukee, paid him a lot of money to do so. And I think that's going to be a big part. The Cubs last year struggled at times with an identity. They didn't know how they necessarily wanted to win ball games, whether it was not necessarily small ball, but just do they want to be able to hit the home run, or do they want to be able to be a solid defensive team, fundamental type of team that's going to manufacture runs? I think with Craig Counsell, and that's one of the knocks I had against David Ross, is that they never really found an identity of how they wanted to play. And it changed.
Just good baseball players. Just play baseball.
It changed from like the start of the season to the end of the year when they made the playoffs. So I think with Craig Counsell, understanding what type of manager he is, focuses on whatever the details that he wants to focus on. They're going to focus on those, and they're going to find an identity. I think I have the Cubs. That's why I have the Cubs in the NL Central. That's my unbiased assessment of the Chicago Cubs there.
Still pretty biased, but you're not wrong. So
yeah.
So that's the NL. Do we want to go to a break and get to the AL?
Yep,
we're
let's do
over
it.
on time.
Let's do it. We'll talk about the AL because we know those are your two teams, the Yankees and the Royals, as we break down those two divisions.
Not like the other.
That's right. Payrolls.
Yeah, the Yankees suck.
Let's talk about that coming up next. You're listening to the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
This Friday is Good Friday, and you know what else is good? The incredible chocolates and confections at the Chocolate Season. Help us celebrate Good Friday by joining 93.7 The Ticket for live broadcasts from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Chocolate Season in Williamsburg Village. Come see how their chocolate is made. Enjoy Easter-themed treats and, of course, live radio. The Chocolate Season, March 29th from 8 to 2 with 93.7 The Ticket. I'll see you there.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies to go along with mild temperatures. See an afternoon high around 68. Tonight, partly cloudy skies expected with an overnight low around 44. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies and more mild temperatures with an afternoon high again around 68. A meteorologist, Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
High schoolers, unleash your creativity and learn about potential careers in broadcasting at the Digital Expressions Media Camp. Have fun, make friends, and get hands-on experience with video and radio production June 9th through the 14th at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Scholarships are available from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and spots are limited. Learn more at digitalexpressionscamp.com. That's digitalexpressionscamp.com.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And electrical.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
I vomited last night.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
I literally vomited. I threw up.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. All right, let's talk about the AL, the American League.
The better divisions.
When you look at the AL Central, which is where we're going to start.
We don't talk about the AL Central. That's the thing about the AL. We don't talk about the Central.
The American League Central, Detroit, Kansas City, Minnesota, Chicago, and Cleveland. Royals did some work in the offseason, got a couple of pieces. Detroit is interesting. They're picked to finish second in the division. The Twins expected to win it with a over-under win total of 83.5. The White Sox expected to be bad.
Very bad.
Expected to be bad. And the Cleveland Guardians, not great either.
Also bad.
Austin, I'll let you start.
Appreciate that.
I'll let you start. I'll go through the win totals real quick for the AL Central teams.
Are you sure you want him to start and we shouldn't go first since he's going to take up the time?
The Twins, one second then. The Twins at 83.5, according to Vegas Insider. The Tigers at 80.5. The Royals at 73.5. The White Sox at 61.5. And the Guardians at 80.5 as well.
80?
When's the last time, excluding the COVID year, the AL Central was won with fewer than 90 wins?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
2012, Detroit went 88-74. That's the last time the division has been won without
fun exercise. Wins. Fun exercise here.
Well, actually, it was last year at the Twins. Before that,
it
was Detroit.
Hold on, time out. Fun exercise. 2012 Kansas City Royals roster. Who was the manager, Austin? Let's see
how Trey Hillman?
It was not.
2012.
The Royals finished 72-90. They finished third in the Central.
Was Ned there by then?
Ned Yost was the manager.
Okay.
Here we go.
Nick loves these exercises.
I love these
He loves
exercises.
he loves just surprising people with trivia.
Salvi.
Yep.
Hosmer. This
Yep.
is the infield.
Okay.
Hosmer. Chris Getz.
Second baseman. Now
Second
GM of the
baseman.
White Sox.
That's right.
Mhm.
Alcides Escobar.
Mhm.
Mike Moustakas.
Okay.
Left
Moose.
field was
Gordo.
Alex Gordon.
Mhm.
Center field was Gerard Dyson.
Yep. Part-time starter, Gerard Dyson.
I'm not going to say the right fielder because I think I want to test you. The DH was Billy Butler. Who was the
Billy
right
Ball.
fielder? He had 16 home runs and 49 RBIs.
Was that Jeff Francoeur?
It was Jeff Francoeur.
Wow.
The former Atlanta Brave, Jeff Francoeur.
I only think of him as an Atlanta Brave.
Good old Frenchie.
A couple of other players on this team were Mitch Meyer.
Okay, so if you guys haven't ever read these, there was a fake column in the Kansas City Star every year that was Mitch Meyer's letters from camp. So he would send letters home to his parents from spring training. It was
Wow.
incredible.
There's some interesting pitching names on here as well. We have Luke Hochaver. People forget about Hochaver.
Okay.
People do not forget about Hochaver.
People forget about Luke Hochaver.
People forget about
Bruce
Hochaver.
Chen.
Yep.
Bruce Chen was on this team.
Love Bruce Chen.
Tim Collins, a lefty.
Tim Collins. Okay, there's an all-time picture. Let me see if I can find it. It's Tim Collins, and I want to say Everett Tiford and Jonathan Broxton's pair of baseball pants.
Yep, Jonathan Broxton was on this roster. How about this one? Aaron Crow.
Yeah.
Aaron Crow.
Crow has a fascinating place in Royals history because in 2013, he gave up a grand slam to the Red Sox.
That
and
is
Ned Yost
true.
was asked in the game after the game, like, why'd you leave Aaron Crow in to face that batter when you had Herrera on the roster? And he's like, well, the sixth inning is Aaron Crow's inning.
Yep, Kelvin Herrera was also on this because it was like the seventh was Kelvin's.
Yes.
Yeah, Kelvin
Yeah.
Herrera's inning.
So here I'm trying to get this picture pulled up for you guys. So this is Tim Collins and Everett
Holy
Tiford
crap.
fitting into Jonathan Broxton's pair of baseball pants. And
That
the
is
picture's not
incredible.
photoshopped. That picture is not photoshopped.
There's two dudes in a single pair of pants.
That's nuts.
Jonathan Broxton, big
You
fella.
need to share that.
I will.
Jonathan Broxton, 6'4", 285.
Big dog.
Tim Collins, Everett Tiford, not.
Wow. Okay. Forget what we just talked about. All right. AL Central. Who you got, Rico?
Give me the Minnesota Twins. Wow. Because I need them to make the playoffs so that the Yankees can get an easy win.
Austin?
Give me your pick, then I'll go.
Oh man.
I'm gonna make you do this.
You're gonna pick them. Just do it.
The Royals are so intriguing.
You want to.
Because they're also a team that I could see not necessarily being buyers at the deadline, but getting a couple of sneaky picks, right? Where maybe it is a rental. They don't have a great farm system, do the
Pretty
Royals.
Pretty bad, in fact.
So you're not going to be able to get a ton of, return, I suppose. But if they're sitting there and second in the division at that time, man, they boosted the back end of their bullpen with Will Smith. Oh man, I just think I think the Royals finished second. The Twins, I think, are going to be really good. I think they're going to have fewer than 90 wins. I don't see any team in this division getting 90. Do you?
Someone is most likely going to, just because it's not a great division. The American League Central is the Big Ten West, is the AFC South. There is no difference in these divisions. Maybe the NFC South. You can throw in that conversation as well.
I'm going to do it. Kansas City.
Love it. Bring it on. I can't jump on board.
Yeah, I can't either. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it.
You typed it out already.
I typed it out. I can't. There's no backspace button.
Convenient. There have been teams that have gone worse to first before. Why not the Royals? I think they did a lot to raise the floor. And hypothetically, the ceiling will be raised by players already on the roster. The young players that take a step forward. But here's the thing. They're kind of running out of youth.
They are.
Some of these guys have been around for a couple of years now. And if it's not now, when? Kansas City's going to win between 72 and 76 games. They're going to be interesting in July, interesting in August, and then I think fade in September, which is fine. It's still a step forward. Minnesota has a good offense, pitching questions. Detroit on the rise. Detroit feels feels very
good.
Arizona to me.
Yes.
In a lot of ways. The Guardians are like the inverse of the Twins. You know they'll have pitching, but they also hit, I think, 27 fewer homers than any other team in baseball last year, which is very hard to do. And we can just forget about the White Sox. So, like, that's going to be a complete and total dumpster fire reminiscent of the A's or the Rockies.
I'm interested to see how many wins they get.
Give me Detroit to win this division.
Dang it.
Minnesota in second, and then I'll take the Royals in third.
I like the idea of Detroit.
Minnesota, I think, will scrape its way to 90 wins. Give me Detroit at 88. 84.
Okay.
Kansas City will be below 500. Maybe them and Cleveland are, within spitting distance of each other.
Okay.
In that 75 range. And then the less we have to talk about the White Sox.
Yeah,
better.
we're just not going to talk about
the Tigers are fascinating to me just because they do have some younger guys. Fun fact, the average age for the Tigers is the same as the Royals at 27 years old on their roster. Big part of that is because you have 40-year-old Miguel Cabrera and 40-year-old Zach Greinke on
the roster.
Not in the roster, that's right. So you have just 40-year-old Miguel Cabrera on the Tigers. You have guys like Spencer Torkelson. You have
Riley Green.
Yeah, Riley Green out in center field. Kerry Carpenter in the outfield as well.
Colt Keith.
Some younger guys there. Oh, we already talked about how disciplined of a hitter Javier Baez can be for them. I don't know. I could see the Tigers finishing second. I just have a tough time.
They got Eduardo Rodriguez, Ken Maeda, Jack Flaherty.
I really like Royce Lewis too for the Twins. I really like Royce Lewis at third base.
I like him more than I liked Miguel Sano.
Yes,
especially third base.
Former Royal
Miguel Sano.
Didn't Sano go to the Royals?
No.
Who was the former Twin that played for the Royals? I'm somebody from the Twins signed with the Royals.
I mean, you had Irvin Santana back in the day.
That was a long time ago. This was an infielder.
Scrolling through do you count Drew Butera?
No, I do not. This would be like a sports reference type of page thing.
Billy Hamilton was an outfielder, obviously. Nope. Pat Kelly, but not that one.
No Nebraska Pat Kelly there.
No.
Dang.
I'm trying to.
We may have to look at
Kendrys
that.
Morales.
No. what a guy.
Michael A. Taylor, the outfielder, center fielder.
No, okay, maybe
Valencia.
Maybe I'm way off.
Josh Willingham.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different team, not the Twins. Nonetheless, anyway. So okay, here's a question we get on the text line too. Where do you guys see Kansas City in 3 years with the young talent?
They asked you first, so.
No, they didn't.
I have your name pulled up.
My name is in it. Yes, I know. I'll say this: Austin will know a lot more with the Royals specific. I'm thrilled that they made a long-term commitment to somebody. Salvador Perez is probably, realistically speaking, Royals probably not going to be in a playoff position at the deadline. So that would mean that Salvador Perez is probably on the way out. He's a team that might be able to kind of fill in at a DH role and kind of just provide some veteran presence to a playoff team, a fringe team that's going to be getting, they'll probably be able to get a cheap return out of him. If let's say don't have to send a high level prospect necessarily for Salvador Perez. I think with the Royals, we were so accustomed in that mid 2010s of like Lorenzo and Hosmer and Moose and even Alcides Escobar at times. Then they kind of move on and they brought in Nicky Lopez, who had some young energy, but never really grasped like the face of the franchise type of feel. You could say the same for some starting pitchers, right? Like Daniel Lynch there was people excited about Daniel Lynch. He's going to start his season in Omaha this year. With the Storm Chasers. And so I think like when you have
Austin Nola.
No, and Austin Nola also starting his season in Omaha. But I think when you look at the Royals, Bobby Witt has truly lived up to the hype.
And he's turning 24.
So
he can get better. Vinny, does he stay healthy? To answer the 3 years questions, to me, I have fewer concerns about the lineup than do the rotation. Because the reinforcements aren't necessarily coming. We'll see if Reagan's does his thing for a full season. Singer's probably best as a 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, like Chris Bubich
is coming back from Tommy
good.
John this year. Alec Marsh gives up a home run basically per inning.
Yeah.
I'm glad he started in the rotation rather than Jordan Lyles. But other than that, there's just not a lot going on because I'm out on Daniel Lynch. Obviously, okay. The one thing that I will get upset about is the Royals trading Jackson Kowar to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad about that. I'm mad then that Atlanta flipped Jackson Kowar and someone small for Jared Kelnick and like Evan White.
That's right. From the Mariners.
If that was there for the Royals and all they needed was Jackson Kowar and filler to get Jared Kelnick and a flyer on Evan White, why did they not do it? That's the one thing I'm upset about.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
not the one thing.
So anyway, I think like the Royals should be a fringe playoff team in the next 3 years. They should be able to make a run.
I want the Royals to turn into the Brewers.
I think there's also some excitement around a new stadium. I think that's going to be, I think that's also another reason why it's important that they made a long-term commitment to somebody and actually invested it in the correct player in Bobby Witt Jr. Just because you're going to be going through this big change within your organization and you want somebody stable there for the long haul. And that's Bobby Witt. He also plays an exciting position. He plays every day. He's not a starting pitcher that you're kind of, hitching your wagon to, I suppose, and saying, well, you'll see him once out of every 5 days. It just doesn't happen that way. And who knows? They showed this year that they're a little more willing to maybe go out and make some moves. If they are a fringe playoff team this year, maybe they'll do it again next year. So I think there's some things that you can maybe hold on to within the next couple of years that says, yeah, maybe they can get back. And then who knows with Kauffman Stadium in the final years, who knows what kind of run they can make if some baseball magic gets in the air. Okay. Long time on the AL Central there. AL East. Here we go. AL East. Thoughts, gentlemen, with Rays, Blue Jays, Yanks, Orioles, and Red Sox.
Rico's going to get the final word because I want to hear all of his thoughts. So I'll just go very quickly. Baltimore takes a step back, probably wins the division.
Okay.
Wanted to take Tampa, except the Wander Franco thing.
Yeah.
Yankees are a playoff team. Questions about the rotation. I feel like there should be more in Toronto than there's been. So I am quickly, fading the Blue Jays. And the less we talk about the Red Sox, the better, because what a wretched offseason.
I'm going to piggyback off of everything. One thing I will add, I told you guys during the break, I'm real fascinated to see if Aaron Boone drama in New York plays a factor this year, right?
Yeah,
Don't forget, Brian Cashman gets, shown in a negative light, rightfully so, probably time and time again at the deadline, especially for just not making moves when the Yankees probably need moves to be made. They have a good enough farm system as well that they can kind of reach into their back pockets and not necessarily ruin their future just to go for one season here. We know the payroll that the Yankees have, but the Aaron Boone stuff, right? Like he was on the hot seat, probably could have been fired and nobody would have blamed him this year just because he's had pieces consistently and never really made a stride forward. So I'll be interested to see if like the managerial conversations kind of become a distraction on the field there. I'm taking the Orioles as well because they got a big arm in Corbin Burns just throughout the offseason, and my guy Adley Rutschman's there.
I can't pick against my Yankees, even though they were only 2 games over 500 last year and barely finished with continuing their streak of not having an under 500 record for the length of time that I've been alive.
That's like forever.
Dude, I'm old. If I was an MLB pitcher, I'd be entering I'd be like right close to my prime.
You would have been 30. You would have been looking for your last contract.
Yeah.
Your last big contract.
Yeah. It's going to be if the Yankees can stay healthy, they will make some noise. I think they end up winning the division. But right now you've got Garrett Cole, I think, is on the 10-day. He's on the 60-day IL with his elbow, which it wasn't. It's not going to require surgery, but they're just going to keep looking at it. MRIs were negative. DJ LeMahieu is going to be on the 10-day IL, so you're going to be without him for a little bit. So that's some veteran leadership. But you've got Aaron Judge, who's hopefully healthy. Giancarlo Stanton, as long as he stays healthy, we could take another bet on how many games he gets into the season.
Yeah, it was like 14 and a half last year, and the under hit.
And they were talking about it.
Was incredible.
His agent was upset about it and said that he was going to play. He was upset, saying he was going to play. He's going to be a DH. The Yankees signed Alex Verdugo to play left field from the daunted Red Sox. It's not going to be like it's going to be crazy right there, but at least it's somebody who will allow Giancarlo to just be a DH and not have to field, even though he says he wants to. The young guys in Volpe and Cabrera are out there, and we'll see what
needs
they
to
can
make a step forward.
Volpe needs to take a step up, and it'll be. But
because there's
you
a
talk
lot of comparisons, obviously, to the captain.
Yeah,
and
I don't like those.
He's
whatever.
Not there.
We're not going to talk about
also,
that. But they signed Marcus Stroman, who's kind of been a disappointment since he left the Blue Jays. But he's wanted to be a Yankee, wanted to play. He's been a Yankee fan for his whole life. We'll see how that works out for him. But I still love them. Nasty Nestor Cortez gets the start on the bump for opening day.
Nasty. Okay, so he's taking the Yankees. All right, quickly. AL West, you have the Astros, Rangers, Angels, Athletics, and Mariners. Do
we have to choose?
Mariners are going to, I think, surprise some people despite losing some of the pieces like Kelenic and stuff. J-Rod, these are some crucial years for him just because Julio Rodriguez is obviously who we're talking about, just because he needs to be that superstar for them that they have been trying to make him, if you will. Probably the best rivalry in all of baseball right now between the Astros and Rangers throughout this. I'm going to take the Astros in this one, though. I'm going to take the Astros in the AL West.
Give me Texas just because I hate the Astros. But also, I mean, they had a really good season last year, obviously. And I think that their strengths are still there and they can hold up. Also, Houston's going to be starting off rough as a lot of their people are injured to start the season.
Jake Myers, though, going to be heavily involved. Everyday type of guy.
It's true. He deserves it.
Jake Myers, center fielder.
I'm sorry, Jake. I got to pick against you.
There it is.
Taking Mariners.
Kyle Tucker. Mariners.
Taking Mariners.
So you agree on the up and up?
I'm picking with my heart on this one.
Okay.
I know quite a few Mariners fans. Love that rotation.
Yeah.
I think Julio bounces back. Not that he was bad last year, but I think there's another step forward in him. Yeah, they got to find more bats. I know. But I'm not as sold on Texas's rotation as I was last year. Houston with the injuries. Framber's really good, but I don't think they have the depth, especially early in the season. So if the Mariners get off to a hot start, I also don't love what the Angels have done, or more specifically, haven't done.
I just never picked the Angels.
My feelings, the Mariners get off to a hot start and kind of ride that wave and coast. So Houston will get stronger as the year goes on. I think Texas will play its way in as well. But give me the Mariners.
Okay.
I'll take Seattle.
Okay, now how about this?
I think this is the first one that we've all chosen a different team.
And last one here. According to Vegas Insider, the over-under for the Oakland Athletics is at 58.5. 58.5 over out of 162 games. Who are we taking? What are we taking? Over under 58.5 wins.
What were they at last?
For the Oakland Athletics?
They were 50 and 112 last year.
They were at 50.
58.5?
58.5.
I don't think they got much better. I'll take the under.
I mean, you
talk myself into Shea Langeliers, Zach Geloff.
They have one. I could name one starter for the Oakland Athletics right now.
Brent Rooker. JJ Bleday is there though.
I don't think I can name a single Athletic.
Miguel Andujar.
I love Andujar.
Over?
He played for the Yankees.
Are you going to hammer the over?
No, I'm not.
I was at a Royals-Yankees game when Andujar got put into left field, and he missed the first pop fly that was hit his way, and they pulled him.
Yep.
That did happen.
That was Miguel Andujar.
They had him at third base.
He's
for
playing
a while.
with Oakland.
He's supposed to be a third
That's what I'm
base.
saying. You could somewhat sleepwalk your way into like 50 wins.
Yeah, well, they sleepwalk their way into 50 wins.
And you need to be awake for the remaining 9.
It's hard to be awake when there's 12 people in your
Every
stadium.
team loses a third of their games, so that's 54.
Yep.
Every team should win a third of their games, which should be 54.
Okay.
Are you talking me into 5 more wins for the A's? Yeah, I think you are. I'll take the over.
I'm taking the over as well.
I'm taking the under. They won 26 games at home and 24 on the road last year.
They just need to catch a hot streak where they win
They did that last year.
like 6 or 7 in a row. I mean, you're talking about like 10% there.
What was their longest win?
This is such a
if you win,
wretched.
here's the thing. If you win 6 games in a row, that's 10% of the wins that you need. That's 10%.
I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row from June 6th to June 13th last year.
OG Les Lancaster says, I'll take the over, but when I say over, I mean 58.75 instead of 58.5. Yeah. Hey, man. Somebody asked, can we get a 93.7 beat the streak group going this year?
I just don't pay enough attention day to day. I need to.
Well, so do you know what beat the streak is?
Yeah.
Where so basically you just guess, you pick who is going to get a hit that night. And so like I think the league, the longest streak ever is like 56 days in a row.
The Joe DiMaggio.
And it's
I
like
can do that.
But no, you pick a different player every day, right? So it's just an app. I didn't know you could do a group. Can you get a group going? Because I will happily do that every single year, every single day. 0996. If you guys want to.
If you start it, if you can get a group going and send an invite to Nick and myself and Austin, yeah, we'll join you.
Send it to the text line. We'll send it to ourselves.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at this throughout the break.
We'll share with the rest of the hosts also. We are so over.
Yeah, let's take a break. Crossover comes up next on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies to go along with mild temperatures. We'll see an afternoon high around 68. Tonight, partly cloudy skies expected with an overnight low around 44. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies and more mild temperatures with an afternoon high again around 68. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Although we can't control the air we breathe outside our home, we can make a healthy difference inside. And all it takes is a call to Bryant. With healthy air options, Bryant can help you eliminate allergens, odors, and harmful chemicals, all while controlling indoor humidity levels at the same time. If it's time for a breath of fresh air inside, it's time to call Bryant. Breathe easy, breathe healthy. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
I think about all the infrastructure that got built up behind the scenes by Coach Osborne, that Coach Solich took over, and then some of that infrastructure was eroded. Matt Rule still has to prove this, but I think Matt Rule's style is that, yeah, he'd like the infrastructure in place, but I think Matt Rule has the personality to do everything in his power to bend it to the way he wants it.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Even before you start. That was a preemptive shh.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
I already had someone created in my image. He's evil, he wants to take over the world, and he fits easily into most overhead storage bins.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Alrighty, so if you were wanting to get in the Beat the Streak group, we have created one throughout the break, as we have officially a 93.7 Beat the Streak group. It's public, and it's on my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, or if you follow the Ticket account on Twitter as well, you'll be able to go and click on the link and join the group. I'm in there. I locked down Cody Bellinger to get a hit tonight against Nathan Evaldi for
nasty Nate Evaldi. That's not happening
against Nate Evaldi for the Texas Rangers. Austin
just beat the streak.
It is just beat the streak.
Okay,
it is just beat the streak. Austin's getting in. Rico's getting in now, and we'll see who can get the longest streak together. Maybe we get Stricky in as we bring Stricky in for the crossover. Hello.
Hey, what up? What up?
How's it going?
I'm trying to look for it.
You just gotta go to my Twitter.
Nick, I need to make an MLB account.
Yes,
I don't have one.
Well,
Nick,
it's gonna take some time for that to happen.
Nick underscore Sainerts is the place to go, and you'll be able to check it out there. You can either download the app, or if you just want to go to like MLB.com on your desktop, that works too. You go over to the MLB Play, and right where it says "Beat the Streak," that is where you go
to beat the streak.
To beat the streak. And like I said, I have locked in Cody Bellinger. We can see we'll get multiple people in here, see how we do. So all right, we're gonna have to keep this relatively quick,
short and sweet,
just because we are a little past time. Stricky, appreciate you being patient. Austin, thanks for joining for the show. Stricky, I guess I could ask you, do you want to get in on our preseason, as it is MLB opening day, division winners? Do you want to pick some teams?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I'm just saying there's accountability held.
Does it have to be today? Because I need to.
Well,
we're doing
I
it
need
now.
to look.
We're doing it now, so I kind of need
golly.
you here, Stricky.
Come on, man. You don't have time to
No,
look it up.
no. I don't want you looking at a website.
No, you got to go.
I don't want you
I
looking
need
at a
to look
website.
at-
No, you don't.
To see who the teams are.
I'll
and what
tell you the
division.
teams in the
he'll tell you.
division. You just got to go. All right.
You got to pick them.
What's going on?
You got to
here?
pick them here,
You
Stricky.
got to
Cue
move
from the hip,
It's a
Strick.
lot
Yeah.
of,
What
it's
are
a
you
lot
doing?
of
What are you talking about?
conspiracies
This
going on
might
around
help
here.
you out.
Guess what, Strick? I shot from the hip. I have 100% confidence in all my picks.
All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go, Stricky. Let's go AL Central first. The Tigers, Royals, Twins, White Sox, or Cleveland Guardians?
The Tigers. Who else?
The Tigers, the Royals, the Twins, the Chicago White Sox, or the Cleveland Guardians?
The division of that. Let's go.
AL Central.
AL Central.
Dang.
Come on. Your prediction site not popping up?
3.
Kansas City.
We can have a show today. We're good.
I don't know how I feel about this. Even Austin didn't pick the Royals.
That's a
all
bad
right.
pick. That's a
Here,
bad pick.
here we go. The American League East, Stricky. The Rays, Blue Jays, Yankees, Orioles, or Red Sox?
I'm going with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay, the Tampa Bay Rays.
Wow, that's a
How about
terrible
this?
pick.
All right, here we go, Stricky. The AL West. Houston,
Rangers.
Nice. You don't want the Athletics?
No.
Okay. How about this? Part of our predictions here.
Wait, I want to change the East to the Yankees.
Yeah, you do.
Wow.
Yeah, he does.
All right. In the AL West, you took the Rangers. Okay. How about this? Over under 58.5 wins for the Oakland Athletics.
They won 50 games last
They
year.
won 50 games last year. They're over under for this season.
They moved to
They have
yet.
not
Not yet.
moved yet.
It's like 2 more years.
under.
Right?
Under 58.5.
Yes.
Okay.
Great pick.
So we have Rico and Strick at
If
the
they
under.
were in Vegas, I'd give them over.
Rico and Strick at the under. Austin and I are over. There you go. The NL Central. The Cubs, the Brewers, the Cardinals, the Pirates, and the Reds. Who's your division winner in the Central, Stricky?
The Reds.
Yeah. Ellie De La Cruz, baby.
Man, this is crazy.
He can talk to his teammates
This
now.
is crazy. All right. The NL East. The Nationals, the Marlins, the Braves, the Mets, and the Phillies.
Phillies.
Okay. Wow, Stricky.
Interesting
How
choice.
many games is Philly going to win if they get the division?
110.
There it is.
Okay. Wow.
There it is.
Philadelphia on a hot streak.
The NL West
No,
is your
I'm gonna
final.
change it.
No. There's no backspace
I
on my
want to go
computer.
to the Roy. I'm going to go with my squad, the Marlins. I'm just going to do it off GP.
There you go. Perfect.
There we go.
That's all that matters.
I'm
That's
gonna
all
do
that
it off
matters.
GP.
So backspace does work now. To
Yeah,
put Marlins
backspace
in.
does
Only for
now
certain
work now. Now, here we go with this one in the NL West.
Dodgers.
Beautiful. Nice, easy. All right, there you go. Perfect. We're done. Straight.
Nice.
Good. All right. Let's
Where did you guys go with?
Go ahead, Nick.
we can talk about this.
Tell-
I took Kansas City. I took Baltimore in the AL East. The AL West, I took the Astros. I took over 58.5. NL Central, I took the Cubs. NL East, I took the Braves.
You took the Cubs because you're biased. Okay.
No,
Braves.
I gave an unbiased conversation.
Okay.
It was
It's pretty biased,
pretty
but it
good,
worked.
but it was biased.
Hey, it was complete though.
Braves.
You might want to just turn that music
And
down.
you went Dodgers.
We're not done yet. We aren't done. I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving.
And you know what else is good?
Oh, no.
Whoa,
Stop
Chief
the
Borders.
clock, stop
Chief
the
Borders
clock.
is in my ears.
I hit the wrong one.
Chief. Anyway, Rico took the Twins, Yankees, Rangers under 58.5. Cincinnati, which is the same as you, the Braves, and the Dodgers.
Feel good
How
about
do you
that one.
feel?
Feel good about that
How
one.
do you feel knowing that 4 of your 7
No
picks
way.
are with Rico?
No freaking
Why?
way, no.
Why? Why?
It's a curse.
But, hey,
You have
hey, no.
No.
The thing is, I know baseball a very little bit, but I'm not gonna overanalyze like these two are.
Oh, God.
What do you mean overanalyze?
They're too into the analytics,
Okay.
too numbers heavy.
Okay.
Take that for data.
Too much into the
Good
analytics. He was a
gosh.
terrible
I need to check.
coach.
Can I rearrange mine now?
Sure. I'll give you one last chance.
Okay.
Do you want to stick with the Royals in the AL Central?
Yes.
Attaboy.
Okay. Do you want to stick with the Yankees in the AL East?
Yes.
Do you want to stick with the Rangers in the AL West?
Yes.
You want to stick with the under? Life's too short to bet the unders.
No.
Life's too short to bet the unders. We're big Oakland Athletics fans this year.
That part with Rico, no.
We are big athletic fans this year.
I'm not. Coco Crisp ain't there no more.
Are you calling yourself unathletic?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to
Just
stick
for 1 year?
Do you want to stick with the Reds in the NL Central?
This is the one that's kind of throwing me. I don't know. I may go with Pittsburgh.
Okay, go ahead. You can do that. That's
No,
fine.
great. I'm gonna stay.
You're gonna stay with the Reds?
Yeah.
NL East, are you sure you want to be with the Marlins?
No.
That's
It's either Braves or Phillies, but
That is true. It's probably going to be either Braves or Phillies.
I'm gonna go Braves.
Braves, all right. There you go. And
Okay.
you want to stay with the
I'm gonna
Dodgers,
stay
or do you want to
Dodgers.
go
I'm
with,
gonna
you
stay
know,
with the Dodgers.
whoever's down?
I love how you said you didn't want to
The
agree with
Rockies.
me, and you didn't change any of the picks that you agreed with me with.
No, he did.
I did.
He did. He hit life's too short to bet the unders.
Oh, he changed.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, he changed too. He
Sure.
went from the Reds
Well-
to the Pirates.
No, he didn't.
No,
No,
he
he
didn't.
didn't.
You stayed with the Reds.
You stayed with the Reds. So
While
you
we're on the
changed one.
subject of the NL West, here's this incredible tweet from Susan Slusser, who is the beat writer for the Giants. Conforto will be the 18th different Giants opening day left fielder in a row.
Wow.
Here's this list: Barry Bonds, Dave Roberts, Fred Lewis, Mark DeRosa, Pat Burrell, Aubrey Huff, Andres Torres, Michael Morse, Nori Aoki, Angel
Nori.
Pagan, Jarrett Parker, Hunter Pence, Connor Joe, Alex Dickerson, Austin Slater, Jock Peterson, Blake Sable, and Michael Conforto.
Goodness gracious.
That's crazy.
Yeesh.
How about that?
That's crazy.
Transfer
All right.
portal's out of hand.
But
All
only
right.
for the left field.
So we have 3 entries. We got a couple people in the Beat the Streak. You can hang out. Come on in.
I doubled down day one.
You
Shout
doubled
out-
down
I doubled
day
down.
one. Are you in our group?
I am.
Okay, cool.
I think so.
Shout out
Maybe
to
I'm
Will,
not. I don't know.
Kyle, and St.
If I'm not, I'll
Thomas
get
in
in
the
there.
top 10 transfer portal guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout
nice.
out. Shout out.
All right, so I'm gonna double down. We're gonna have bits throughout the weeks of Oakland athletics updates. Maybe we'll just do that each Friday.
I'm gonna make some sounders for this.
Yeah, just
It's necessary.
We'll have Oakland athletic updates each Friday. Probably in the crossover. We'll tell you about the latest happenings, attendance numbers. How are we looking with the Oakland Athletics there? We'll also have Beat the Streak updates. I mean, this is a daily thing, so might just briefly touch on it.
It'd be a quick thing.
Yeah, very, very quick. So, all right, that'll do it for us. What's coming up on the show today, gentlemen?
Opening day Husker Spring Football Sweet 16 preview.
All right.
There you go.
Nice job. I doubled down. We're good.
Wow.
Cody Bellinger and Cattell Marte.
I took Cattell too.
Nice. Great minds think alike.
Oh my god.
Baseball is back. It's a great day. We're out of here. On the Block coming up next.
Adios.
This Friday is Good Friday, and you know what else is good? The incredible chocolates and confections at the Chocolate Season. Help us celebrate Good Friday by joining 93.7 The Ticket for live broadcasts from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Chocolate Season in